So there are some of you that have gone on and off my Facebook, on and off the protocol. I have no idea if you're doing the protocol, what kind of guarantees you have put out there to your people. You're seeing your friends and family drop like flies. They're getting cancer, disease, and chronic illness, and you're looking for me to do personal consultations. I don't do personal consultations. Kevin does not do personal consultations. Lillian does not do personal consultations. Bridget Lee does not do personal consultations. Because when you turn to somebody for a personal consultation, you are showing that you have lack of independence and you're looking for somebody to give you an answer that you may not like. So, I have said countless times, please direct people to my website. They must purchase a book in some form, whether it's an ebook or a paperback book. If you give somebody my book and then you want them to, hey Edith, if you want them to get support in the group, I have no idea if they're going to read the book. I don't even know your friend. I barely even know you. Okay? But no, we don't just give out, we're not trying to create any kind of expectation. You must read the information in my book. Understand how this protocol works, because inevitably you're going to have to do it. That person is going to have to do the protocol. They're going to have to face all of their demons. They're going to have to face all the weaknesses they've ever dealt with in their life. And not everybody is ready to deal with their weaknesses. It's not just the cancer that you're going to be addressing. You're going to be addressing every single thing from the past, present, and future. And some of you have been off my Facebook and not been doing the protocol, and you're trying to look for a cure for your friend. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's okay, because I have to now address it from the point of view of consultations. Okay? Because that person who has that cancer is going to be looking for someone to blame when things don't go correctly. Because remember, when you have cancer, disease, and chronic illness, obesity, and all that stuff, you're already blaming somebody or something. And then when you then show somebody, like you guys that are still looking at this as a cure, you're like, oh yeah, I have the answer for you, friend. This will cure your cancer. And so the person is then going to go do the protocol. They're not going to read the book, because even though you gave them the book, you don't know if they're going to read it or not. When somebody actually buys the book, I don't know if they're going to read it or not, but at least they invested some kind of energy, some kind of minerals. It's not given away for them for free. If they come across my information and they get the information from my Facebook and then they decide to do the protocol, they've watched enough of my videos, they decide to do the protocol, and then they just spend like $8.99, $9 for an ebook. Okay? They send me their receipt. They've already done the protocol. They've read everything. They just want a place to now have support, not somebody answer and give them guarantees on this is going to cure their cancer, but they just want a place to kind of see condensed information. Great. They've been set up correctly. They actually showed that they've invested something. Because I'm telling you, free stuff, people don't take, really, they don't take it seriously. And so, yeah, the recipes for free, the protocols for free. But what people are trying to get for free is the support, the personal consultation, which you're not really getting personal consultation in my group. I give you a lot of support, I mean, as far as just an overall general point of view. I don't actually go to your specific situation and try to tailor this protocol to your situation, because no, you're going to have to figure out how this is going to be applied to your life, to your different schedules and your expectations. And every single person has to then figure out and come to terms with how they're going to apply the J juice to their life, to their cancer, to their disease. They're going to figure out, they're going to have to deal with not just their disease and their cancer at that moment, but then other things they didn't know that were weaknesses, or they just never thought about it. And so, no, I don't do personal consultations, because yes, then I would be then the person that they would blame if it didn't go to their expectation. And I don't want Bridget putting herself in that position. I don't want Kevin putting himself in that position. I don't want Lillian putting herself in that position of being somebody's coach or personal consultant with this. That's what we thought we would do way back in the beginning when I had my other moderators, and we were trying to mirror ourselves at, like the allopathic holistic, and you can't, because this is not a cure. But we were misaligned because we still had misalignments in our body, mind, and spirit. And then finally, we figured out that there is nothing in the JJ's protocol that is going to be easy. And it's going to have to be a personal choice. You're going to have to face the pain. You're going to have to do all these different things, and you're going to have to understand it and then apply it yourself. And once you read the information that there is nothing poisonous out there, you watch my videos, you keep up with the information, you realize there's nothing poisonous out there. You just have imbalances. If you're obese, you have imbalances in your fatty acid, in your amino acid, in your minerals, and your hormones. So what do you got to do? You got to be conservative, and you have to be discriminatory in the beginning of the J-Juice protocol, and then you will bring in the right data pack, which is the J-Juice. You stay on the diet, the discriminatory diet in the beginning temporarily until you get all of your biochemistry well balanced, and then guess what? You could eat whatever the hell you want, and you won't suffer any repercussions for this food or that food or another food. But no, I do not do personal consultations. I will not be set up to fail. And I know some of you are feeling like really bad for your friends, but like I've said, your friends are going to have to be the one to actually chase after the info. Because remember, giving away this protocol for free doesn't help people. They actually have to invest. I mean, if you say, hey, and I think it's fun that you buy the book for them, that's fine. Okay, buy the book for them. But even then, here's the thing, the people that have done that, that bought the book for their friends, and they said, okay, I bought a book for my friend. Here's the receipt. Here's her email address, and she can be added to. Okay, I'm okay with that, because at least they know that you've invested. You didn't just give a book away and say, okay, now my friend wants to support. That I don't agree with, because anybody can give the book away to somebody who's just like, who's really not invested. But I mean, just giving the book away to somebody and saying, okay, now can you support my friend? I'm not going to do that. It strikes me as something weird. It just doesn't, because you don't know if the person read it. At least now, and I don't know if even people that buy the book have read it, but at least I know that they've invested. And that's really what I care about, is, did you invest something into your own healing process? And if you don't invest in the book, did you invest in watching the videos? Okay, did you invest watching the videos? Do you invest in watching my Facebook lives? Did you invest any kind of time around this? Or did you just, get word from someone that, yeah, you have it, here's a new cure, and she gave me the book, now I want support. What did you give in this? What kind of effort did you put forth in this process? Or are you looking for a handout? And since I have no idea even who some of you are that have said, oh yeah, I gave my book away to somebody, now they want support. I'm going to know even less about your friend who has cancer, who has all these expectations, doesn't want to feel pain, is still in the allopathic holistic world playing those games. There's no freaking way I'm going to be setting myself up to fail that way, because then it ruins the experience for them. They need to get used to my information. They need to watch my videos. They need to actually get themselves acclimated to this thought process. Pain's going to be involved. A specific diet's going to be involved. Okay? This juice ain't going to taste good. It's not going to smell good either. You're going to have to do waterfalls. What the hell is that? Well, go to my YouTube videos. I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos to give you some kind of idea of what to expect. But no, I'm not going to just go and add someone to my group, do any personal consultations, because you're not equipped, which I understand you're not equipped to, and that's fine. You recognize your limitations. But I'm not going to handhold somebody that I don't even know in your world, much less someone that you just given the book to, and now you think that's a free card for them to get support. No, they need to not only get the book, but watch my videos. If they don't get the book, they need to watch my videos. And they need to email us, or they take part in my discussion if they're friends with you. And not so much take part, but they need to like my videos. It means it shows that they're actually watching the videos. This is kind of the same thing as like reading the files. in my old group when that was the biggest mantra that we said, read the files, read the files, read the files. Because I can only, that's why I don't allow people to add their people to the group. Because I saw someone that added like all their friends to the group, and I decline. Because it's not going to turn into another cluster FUCK. Again, where we're like, read the book, read the files. Because there are many people that say they want to do something, but they don't actually do it. Yeah, personal responsibility. It's one of the biggest lessons that I've had to teach a lot of you to even do this protocol. Because you got to do something for yourself. You have to invest your minerals, whether it's your time. That's why you either invest your time, your minerals, in watching the videos, or you invest money in the Cliff Notes. But either way, you're investing. But someone giving you a book, that's no investment. There is nothing that you had to do to get that information. So that's why I get like red flags when someone gives my book away for free and they didn't even invest, which is fine. I know people do give their money to somebody else, but that person is probably not going to give that return on that investment. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe you know, because some of you I know have given the book away, you know, that you have bought books for other people, and I'm okay with that. Because at least they have the book, and it's in their possession, and then I know you kind of, sort of, and you bought the book, and then you're showing respect to me. That said, hey, you know what, Jillian, you've worked your ass off. I may have bought the book, and I may have gotten support from you, and that's a great quid pro quo. Now I have a friend that has cancer, so I'm going to buy the book for her so she has her own personal copy, and this is her name. Here's the receipt, because I have that much respect for you. And then maybe I will, and that's the thing, is that, you know, I got to see some kind of investment. And if you're willing to invest in another person, okay, fine. But just giving something away to someone who won't even invest watching the videos, because you haven't set them up correctly. You don't even need to give them the book, just have them watch the videos. So it's like, what kind of minerals are you expending? Whether it's dollars and silver, or paper, or your time, because your time is valuable. My time is valuable. Time is money, okay? Time is money, but if you're just willing just to give away without really seeing that they have something invested in it, then you don't even know your own boundaries. But at least if you actually invested and you put forth this, then the person knows that you've invested in them, that you didn't just give them your copy or your juice to somebody else. They've invested the time, or you've taken separate money, you've taken $30 or $8, and you put it aside for your friend. Now your friend knows that you've invested in them. Maybe they might be more apt to then follow through. It doesn't always happen, but at least that's the thought process that I'm thinking, because if somebody bought me something, I'm going to be more invested in them because they actually took the time out of their day and they took money and put it aside for me. And I have friends that have done that have bought me stuff. And so I make sure that I return that favor. I'm more invested in them now that they're invested in me. It's a quid pro quo. And it happens like in a domino effect. Whenever you invest into somebody, they're going to feel that. Okay? So that's what I mean. So when someone keeps taking from you, well, then that's another domino effect. Then it's a parasite domino effect. But when you actually give away your time and you give away your minerals, then usually the other person on the receiving end will find a way to compensate you with time or minerals. Okay? Because not everybody can afford monetary, the silver, but they'll give their time to you. They'll find a way to answer your questions because you've shown investment. So they'll invest right back into you. So that's my whole concept. So the whole thing with the personal consultations is, believe me, the amount of time that I invest in a person, I don't really get a whole lot back. So when I sell a book and I have videos, I do get a lot back because it saves me time. I try to address everything from different perspectives so I can speak to everybody's listening. and even improve on the message so everybody gets it in all their different contexts. And then they go and get the book to get just a bird's eye view of what to expect, at least have the foundation of what you need, what jars, and the recipe and the diet and all the accoutrements, and then how you use the juice to deal with some of the healing symptoms. Okay? And that's really it. And then there's some science in the back that, when I had to justify to my government, then I have some science to back up some of my claims. But really what you're buying with the book is the protocol. That's the Jilly Juice protocol. And that's what everybody should invest in. If time, then money. Because those two are synonymous. Time and money, time is money. So, if you want to send me their profile and I can friend request them, but they're not going to be answering questions. I'm not going to be doing any personal consultations. But if you want to send them to my Facebook and say, hey, this is a friend of mine, she wants to watch your videos, she's going to get the book or she's going to watch the videos, but she's not going to ask you a million questions. She's going to understand the information. And then how did I determine whether or not she gets into the group? Well, I don't know, because some people have to prove to me. Some people will say, hey, my friend Joan, whatever, gave me the book and I'm going to watch all your videos. I don't want to ask you any questions. But not everybody, see, that's the thing is I don't know how serious people are. So I'm not going to invest in someone that I have no idea engage the seriousness of their situation. And I don't want to go and figure out how serious they are, what they're looking for, what their expectations are. I don't want that. That's too much for me. If that were the case, then I would be taking so much from me and not really getting too much back, especially if they're all basing everything on somebody giving them the book for free. Now they want all of my time and all of my energy. That's why I cut down on private messages, because I don't want to be sucked dry from people with all of their needs, because there's so much need in the world. And this is how, I vet, this is how the protocol vets out the ones that can handle it and the ones that can't. Not everybody can do the protocol because they can't handle the healing process. They don't want to face their demons. So they won't do the protocol. And so I put all this time in someone who has actually no interest, really. Their friend just say, oh, hey, you got to do it, you got to do it. And they ram the protocol down their throat, say, you better do this. I know people who do that will go and guilt somebody into the protocol to where then they're like, okay, fine, just to shut you up, give me the book. I'll contact her. Then they're contacting me as if I'm going to save them. And then they already have a crappy attitude because their friend just rammed the protocol down their throat, promising them the world. And so with that kind of setup, I'm screwed no matter what. Because that person was strong-armed into the protocol. Because their friend had more investment in the person's life than the person had investment in their own life. And I see that all the time, where you are more invested in your friend's life than they are in their own life. And that's where I come up short too, because I get invested in all of your guys' lives, but you guys aren't really invested in your life. I know it's all perception, but it's like everybody has to take their own life seriously. And so I've then backed off on trying to ram this down people's throats. And sometimes I'll drop hints here and there and, jokingly and stuff, because I want to remind them that I do give a shit about them, whether or not they give a shit about me. But I do care. But I also know humanity. I know how much people talk a good game, but when it really comes down to it, it's not there. And so the indicators for me on knowing how someone is serious is that they actually take the time to watch the videos. They actually buy the book, so they invest either time or money, and they can exemplify that. Not just some friend said, hey, I got the book for free here, and now I want support. That ain't gonna happen. I don't play that game. I got to see substantiation that you actually are invested in this, whether it's time or money. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos, and they've gotten better the last 6 months. So you'll get the gist of this protocol probably shorter now than you would have way back 2 years ago when I'm trying to figure out how to say all this. Okay, so those that are being introduced to protocol now, probably gonna have an easier time understanding what to expect than those that started this in 2016, 2017. Okay, so take advantage of how this information is being now put out there, because it's now very organized. I have YouTube videos, I have Facebook Lives, and I have my Facebook, and I have my group, and I have my business page. And I have a book. So if you don't get this protocol with all those modes of information and communication, then there's nothing that's going to reach you. And I don't need to do any kind of personal consultations to make it reach you, because it's still, you have to do the protocol. You ultimately have to do the protocol. It's not up to me to convince you. Remember, you have to be the one to invest in yourself. If other people invest in you, okay, that's fine. Then you better return the favor and actually then watch the videos. So if someone bought you the book, then you read the book and then you watch the videos. And then you absorb the information. And then here's the thing. How do I know to add you into my group? When I see you liking my videos and then somehow you sent me an email and said, hey, my friend, this person turned me on to you. I don't have the money to buy the book, but you know what? I'm really serious about this. I'm not going to take up your time and asking you all these questions that are already pretty much answered in the videos or the book, but I do want a place to have support. Okay? When someone has a well thought out email to where they've shown and exemplified that they've invested time or money into me, and their friend gave them the book, and that friend told me that they gave them the book because they were being referred by a friend, I might be more apt to add them into the group, because I've seen that they're taking proper measures. They are not just getting slid into this by a friend and being forced into this, and I have no idea how it's set up, but I see that they have really put some well thought out sentences in an email, and they really are truly wanting to independently tackle their own issues. But those are very few far between, because when someone just gives a book away and says, okay, now I want support, they're not really that invested. Remember, investment is time and money. And you have to exemplify. And it's hard to like prove that you're watching my videos, because there's, you know, I mean, unless you're actually liking all my videos and you're following me on Facebook, I'll know who you are, because he'll hit like all the time. Or if you are a friend of my friend and then you're saying, hey, I love your videos, and then your friend already introduced us, and I've added you to added you to my Facebook page as a friend, I'll know who you are. Some of you have told me, like some of you have sent an email or sent a message. You've liked all my videos, so I'm like, okay, I'll add you as a friend. And then you send me a message. So you are transitioning correctly into my world. Okay? But I just don't help strangers out of the blue because someone gave them a book. There's a way to get into my world that I know this person is serious. Because I get a lot of trolls, I get a lot of looky-loos, and I get a lot of people who are kind of fair weather. Oh yeah, I'm kind of into this, but not really. And so I have to now go and figure out who's serious, who do I give my minerals to, who do I give my time to. And believe me, I don't give my time and minerals in the way that they expect to everyone that asks me a question about Jilly Juice and cancer. Sometimes I'll just put down the boundary and say, no, you are not a proper representation of the J Juice, because you're still asking the same kind of question that I said, that this is not a cure. And you're saying, is Jilly Juice a cure for this person's cancer? Already, you just knocked yourself out of, I will not help you from that point forward. Now you have to go and watch my videos to understand this is not a freaking cure. And if I can't say that enough, then there's no way you're going to be able to present this correctly to your friend. I'm not going to help your friend either, unless your friend gets a hold of me and buys the book, sends the receipt, then my moderator Lillian then sends you an email to then invite you into the group, and that's how you get into the door. There is a process to get into the door of Jilly Juice. I just don't allow everybody in automatically because you say that you want to do this and that. People say a lot of stuff, but they really don't really mean it. But the ones that really mean it will put their money where their mouth is, or put the time where their mouth is. And not everybody does that. Some people want that quick stuff. So, you know, I need substantiation, how serious your friend is and how you are. And if I haven't seen it on my Facebook, I have people that come out of the blue that haven't seen them in freaking years or months. And they're coming out of the blue messaging me like, oh yeah, I gave this book away to somebody. Now they want support. Sorry, honey. I haven't even seen you in freaking months. I didn't even know that you're still on my Facebook. And then now out of the blue, you want me to go and support your friend? No. I don't even know how you presented it to them. Are you setting them up to fail, setting me up to fail with them? No, I have no idea. So then guess what? They got to go through square one. Watch the videos. Like my videos. Okay? Send me the receipt that you bought the book. Send us an email. Introduce yourself. Give some kind of well thought out type of, you know, email that says that you're serious. And here's the proof. $9 or $20. Oh my God. Not that much money, you guys. Or not that much time. Time is money. All right, bye.